Thanks to encryption, the government can't look at your phone, even if it suspects you're a criminal. FBI Director James Comey doesn't like that. You might even say, Comey, don't play that. Yes, he says encryption amounts to absolute privacy, which is a right that has never existed in America. Comey, most recently in the news for somehow failing to recommend charges against an obviously guilty Hillary Clinton, told a D.C. symposium that this year alone, the FBI has been unable to recover evidence from 650 devices because of strong encryption. NextGov.com reports the American people, Comey said, will have to decide whether it will be okay if a growing portion of the room we protect goes dark. Wow. Ugh. Yeah, look, okay, no. Kat, I know where you're going to come from this, but look.
Yeah, I'm going to come on the side of the Constitution.
I don't like the fact that there's 650 phones out there that terrorists are holding information on.
Well, his tactics are working on you then, Tom, because this isn't about that. It's about power. And then also, it sets a precedent where this guy can say, someone in power can say, look, I know this is what the Constitution says, but I really think that I know better, and then they can do what they want. This is Fox News, Tom.
Yeah.
Come on, the conservatives are supposed to be on the side of listening to the Constitution, right? And you can't, it's really not that simple. He's not also a tech expert. Tech experts are saying if you screw around with it and you try to hack into one phone, then the whole system becomes less secure. He thinks he knows everything about everything, but he's a little biased, seeing as he'd be the one getting all this power.
He wants the information, but look, Deirdre, I don't think there was anything about cell phones in the Constitution.
Let's go out and confirm that, yes. In the 1700s, nothing was written about cell phones. I sort of think if they are always listening, if the government is always listening, then is it called spying or is it just called policy?
There it is, right? Well, look, we now have drones patrolling the streets. Urban areas, they're doing aerial.
Sue Google. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be on Google Maps. I don't want my house to be listed on Google Maps.
Yes. So you and I, law-abiding citizens, we're on the cameras everywhere we go, person of interest type of thing. And yet when we catch this San Bernardino guy, we can't make him open his phone. I don't like that.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people agree with you. And a lot of people even say cynically that Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, is just doing a big PR statement, right? I'm going to not unlock this phone because I want my customers to know they have privacy.
I want to know I have privacy. It's making me crazy.
I don't mind if you have privacy. What I'm saying, Kat, is if they look, Kevin, somebody catches a terrorist, they get his phone, I want them to be able to unlock it. Like, give Comey the key. Not everybody, just like the big guys.
Absolutely. If they did something bad, go after it. And I bet Tim Cook would have unlocked an iPhone if the Orlando shooter.
What if I say you're bad and you're not really bad, though?
Yeah, what if they...
We need criteria.
Next thing you know...
It's interesting. He makes an interesting point, though. Well, now, why the Orlando shooter? I think I understand where you're going with this.
Yeah, if the Orlando shooter had an iPhone, they say, hey, there might be more gay clubs that are going to get shot up. Would he have unlocked it?
That's the, yeah.
I think maybe.
It's a kind of,
I have a solution to the whole problem.
What?
Give me the 650 phones. I'll leave them out in front of my girlfriend, and it'll be cracked in a second. I can't hide anything.
Well, I mean, it is true that it's hard to conceal information. But so that's the thing. Our information is everything's public. It seems, except the information that's being held by terrorists.
That we need to get from someone. But there, we have that pesky Constitution.
Yeah.
There is something in place that says you can't just arbitrarily...
What is it, though? Can you quote it? I don't think you can either.
Or a search and seizure. You can't do it without a warrant. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
In your log cabin.
I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing. It's just how it is. And you can't say, oh, but
Wait a minute.
The people in power do these things now, or the fear-mongering, oh, but the terrorists, and everyone goes, the terrorists, do whatever you want. And that's a terrible precedent to set, or else we'll have no rights at all at some point. I'm waving my flag right over here.
But here's the thing, Anthony, I'm not screaming in the streets the way that she's making
You're screaming in the streets in your head.
No, it's a caricature of my attitude. I'm very calm about it. We've already caught the San Bernardino killer there, and we've got his phone, and very calmly I say that we should be able to, that is reasonable. It is a reasonable search.
That's reasonable because he has committed a crime, and you don't think it's reasonable because he committed a crime to look into his phone?
They got into that phone.
They got into the phone, but the U.S. government went and used a subcontractor from Israel who said, okay, fine, we're going to just diplomatically, we'll do it. That way Tim Cook doesn't have to do it, and the U.S. government doesn't have to.
I don't mind if they're looking at people that there is a reason and a legitimate within the Constitution reason. They're getting evidence about a crime that took place.
Right, that's something you can get a warrant for easily.
But, you know,
if somebody's
your
shooting
phone
like
just
that.
to go, oh, let me track into that.
Oh, because Comey says, I think maybe you're being naughty, so he's allowed in your phone.
I don't think so.
I think take the phone to, like, Guantanamo. Then you're off the U.S. soil.
That's good.
Crack the phone, no Constitution.
President Obama's closing that.
Yeah, good.
Okay, you're like, all right, maybe another example.
But I think you're with me on this, right, Kevin?
Absolutely, I am.
Mars.
And you know what? I mean, I would give up some liberties. They can read my browser history, YouPorn, all they want. If that's going to help stop a school from getting shot up, do it. Read my phone if you have to.
There are a lot of people who say that. If you're not doing anything wrong, you're not worried.
It's about the precedent
There
that
you
it
go,
sets.
principle.
Yeah, precedents. I don't know.